Welcome back, Ashy Knuckle fam. It's been quite some time. Couple of weeks. My man Mark was out with the motherfucking vid, but we back, baby. What's up, Mark?
Hello.
You survived.
I'm back from death.
That boy survived.
He's alive.
Hey, cheers, my guy. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
So we got a big card this weekend. We got return of the motherfucking Mac, Tony Ferguson, taking on Michael Chandler. We'll get to that and many, many more. But it's good to be back. It's good to have fights back, and it's not a quite a. There's an energy with a Tony Ferguson fight week. I love it. How y'all boys feeling?
Feeling good about this card. This card's fucking loaded. Prelims and main cards loaded on this one.
Speaking of loading, let me load this up.
The prelims got some bangers on it though.
So you want to jump right into those and start talking about some of the prelims?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we could give Cheeto his Cheetos from.
Yeah, let's
This
give him his
weekend.
Cheetos.
He deserved it.
Yeah, that was a fucking beatdown. God damn. Man,
Yeah, he was definitely flaming hot that weekend.
I didn't see that coming though,
now you're an eyewitness.
but it was probably due to the fact Ralph Font's weight cut issues that he had. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I
but he
think that
looked
has
all
something
good.
to do with that.
He looked all good, like everything they were showing. He was like having a little fun time in the cage with his old lady. I don't know what happened.
Maybe he just didn't take it too seriously, and then that last day just kicked his ass.
Yeah, I think what
It's
you
very
were saying
possible.
was right though. Like he put all that output in the first round and some change into the second round, and then that was it.
Mhm.
The tank was on E after that.
I think it was a mixture of the tank was on E, so he was slowing down. Plus some leg kicks. Cheeto was killing him with those leg kicks. He was killing him with them. So his movement was down, and once his movement was down, Cheeto was throwing fucking bombs and elbows like a motherfucker.
How tough is the New England cartel, though? God damn, they can take some punishment.
Yeah, what they eat up there, bro? Them lobster rolls, little lobster subs. What's in them things?
That clam chowder.
+2, they get whatever they're eating gives them +3 chin.
You want the Boston or Manhattan? They always go with the Boston.
Danny, don't be retarded. Eat the chowder.
The only thing I can say about that though is they're all super talented, but they are getting the wrong. They're getting their fame from the wrong thing there. They should not be on the receiving end of the worst beatings.
They bounce back though every time. They're like
They do.
Saiyans. They get a sensu bean and they come right back.
Hey, man, it's called a coffee bean, okay? This is Boston we're talking about.
Coffee.
Not the tea party. This is America. We drink coffee, okay? Forget about
You know who should move over there? They should get Ortega over there. He should become part of that.
Nah, he a
He
Cali
fits in
boy,
with
bro.
them. Yeah, 100%.
Cali boy.
West Side.
Well, yeah. Let's talk about this pay-per-view coming up. These prelims. The fight that stands out to me the most on here, besides the welterweight bout with Randy Brown and Chaos Williams, is the flyweight one with Royval against Schnell. That should be some good movement for the flyweight division because it needs it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be a healthy dose of like new talent coming up. I mean, they're already 9-6, but they're definitely people to watch out for, and that should be a banger of a fight. Very technical, actually.
I think so too. And I'm doing this podcast shirtless in honor of my boy Tony Ferguson. I'm gonna act like I'm getting in the cage this weekend. So fuck it.
CSO.
Oh, I thought you were doing it for Royval because he's Raw Dog.
Raw dog, baby, champ shit only. Oh my god. I want Old Trapper beef jerky to sponsor us. I eat so much of this stuff.
Yo, we got a featherweight fight for the women's though. How about that one?
Oh yes.
Division actually has fighters.
Now currently, I'm not looking at the rankings, but according to this, it says number 11 versus number 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they're both bantamweight fighters.
Yep.
That's what I was curious about because
Mhm.
I didn't know there was rankings for the featherweights for the women.
No,
There is a champion called Amanda Nunes and nothing else.
This is how they do the rankings for the featherweight division. They copy and paste from the bantamweight division.
I thought it was just like sign
Really?
ups. Like, do you want to fight Amanda? Sign here. I thought that's how it goes.
Do you want to not cut 10 pounds?
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
It's basically, hey, you guys aren't going anywhere anytime soon for the bantamweight title, but we can give you a chance at the featherweight title if y'all just want to not cut weight. That's pretty much what it is. Because the saving grace for featherweight was going to be Kayla Harrison, but
Yeah,
we all know how that turned out.
I mean,
And now she's talking shit hiding behind that long ass PFL contract.
how long is it?
7 years.
Rest of her career.
Oh, I take this.
7 years, Jesus.
So
All
long
right.
as our shit fight nowhere else.
This is the fight that it's not the main event for the prelims, but it's the main event in my eyes. It's Randy Brown against Chaos Williams. Bro, there's no favorite unless you want to go in the negatives with the favorites. There's a slight favorite.
Yeah, Chaos is a slight favorite. He's minus 115 and minus 105.
I
Basically,
thought
it's a
closer to zero is the favorite.
Huh?
No. The more negative it is the favorite, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm tripping. I'm trying to think some crazy math.
That boy doing that OG gorilla math.
Yo, don't take no bets from me. All I know is this should be. If this goes a decision, I'm gonna go pop some popcorn. That's all I gotta say.
What did we jump on? The Chaos Williams versus Randy Brown going to decision?
Yes.
That ain't going to decision.
Mm-mm.
Shouldn't.
No. First of all, Randy Brown, that boy, he's skinny, but he big. Like, he tall,
Mm-hmm.
he long. I think that in Chaos is fucking violent. So this is gonna be a scrap. Straight up. I'm taking the under 1.5.
Think so? Under 1.5?
Yep. I don't see this fight going 2 rounds at all. I would be shocked. The only way this fight goes 2 rounds is if both guys just gas themselves in the first round and they basically hug it out for 3 rounds. But if they go in there and they actually scrap and get it on, somebody's getting touched and somebody going to sleep, cuz.
I mean, that is a possibility. These guys like to swing.
Yes.
So therefore, it is a possibility they gas themselves out and just...
Oh yeah, it's very possible. That can always happen where 2 fighters go in there and they give it all out. They go all out in the first round and they don't got nothing left for the rest of the fight. But if that does happen, I probably would lean toward Chaos Williams, given that he has a little bit more wildness in him and his ability to like land big shots and put his opponents away. But Randy Brown is tall for this division, right? Like he's like 6'3" or something, right?
Yeah.
And the rude boy got that. He knows how to use his reach. He's not gonna just
He goes
be
to
content.
takedowns too.
Right. He's not gonna be content with just like trying to defend or trying to defend takedowns or trying to just kickbox.
To me, it really all depends on is the explosiveness of Williams going to get him in there. That's really what it depends on to me, because I think what is the reach difference?
Probably like
Actually, the reach difference isn't that bad. It's 78 inches versus 77.
yeah. I was gonna say Chaos Williams isn't a small guy either. This should be a really good fight, and there's a reason why I think I believe at least that Chaos will win. But again, this is not discounting Randy Brown. Like I said, I think this might be a under 1.5 round banger for the fans and enthusiasts.
Well, the main event of the actual prelims is Andre Fijao against Cameron Van Camp. I don't know too much about Van Camp, but I remember Andre knocking out Caramel Thunder just recently. Quick turnaround, in my opinion, to be fighting so soon. Like, he fought last month.
He didn't take no damage though.
He was eating a little bit.
A little bit.
He was eating a little bit.
Nothing serious, though.
Yeah, he was just kind of like.
We'll see what happens. That's all I can say. We'll see what happens. He's
I
a
remember
heavy
that
favorite.
fight.
The other dude's a decent sized underdog. We'll see what happens. He got tattoos. He fights.
He got tattoos, he fights.
Bruh, Cowboy Cerrone, Joe Lozon.
Oh, we're
What?
gonna move to the main card. Yes, absolutely.
Is this 19?
That is a fantastic
Is it
fight.
1999 all over again?
Yo, is this a loser leaves town
Yeah, like
match?
2007.
All right, 2007. I'll give you that.
Loser leaves town match. That's what this is.
I think this is supposed to be a winner and loser leaves town.
Oh,
I think that's what this is supposed to be, because Don Cerrone's been on his last fight, according to Dana White, for the last 4 fights.
He's still fun to watch, even though he's like super stiff and obviously can't win on the bottom. You know what I mean? I don't know where that came from. I don't even know what that meant. I'm just saying, I'm a little drunk right now, and I haven't slept in 24 hours. This should be good.
what the hell you doing?
I don't know where I pulled that off from. That was random. Cerrone versus Lozon. I think. Fuck. I think I'm taking Lozon, bro. I think this is Cerrone's. He's done.
Will we
I think
see the
Lozon's
end of
been
another
done for a
cowboy?
long time, too, though.
Wait, what'd you say?
Will we see an end of another cowboy?
Yes.
Because the Brazilian one was recently released, and all we got left's the Australian and the cowboy from America.
American Cowboy gone. This is like the Denver Cowboy. I think he gonna retire into the sunset, sell some weed.
Drink some Bud Light, haul ass.
Yep. And keep doing.
He'll just chill at his ranch and keep putting on his little, what are they called, cowboy fights? His badass motherfucker fight association or whatever. He has his amateur fights.
Well, yeah, like
It
dudes
does.
coming over there with like the hay grass thing in their mouth or dip, ready to scrap.
He has like,
Is that what
he
you're
actually
saying?
has his own fight company where they actually put on fights. But I think it's all amateur.
Do they fight in
like
like
people that only
chaps and spurs?
I wish. That'd be fantastic.
It-
I wish
Oh.
they would just put it in a bar and not even a cage.
Nah, I'm curious. I want to know. Like, I really want to know.
Mhm.
All jokes aside, like, is it like dudes that like work in the ranch and stuff, and then they just go fight? Like,
No, I think he's signs these guys.
oh, it's like legitimate
He's-
amateurs.
It's legitimate amateurs, or they might be like new pros, like people that are 0-0 and 0-1, 1-0,
Pro for the
like
first
those
time.
type fighters,
Like
going pro for the first time.
Like Jorge's league he got.
Yeah, pretty much. Only I think Jorge is getting a little further ahead with the actual marketing,
Okay.
because Jorge's is actually on like televised and shit. I think Cowboys is only on their website.
Spike TV.
Well, moving on, we got OSP against Shogun.
Ooh. Maybe like
A rematch? Isn't that a rematch?
Is it a rematch?
maybe
Didn't they
five,
fight like a long time ago?
maybe 5 to 7 years ago this would have been a good matchup, but now it's not. What? I did it again, didn't I? Oops. Sensational.
Yeah,
Sensation.
hold your horses, Brittany.
Bro, this is insane. I'm telling you, man. I think I have low level brain damage right now.
The hell did you do?
It's not what I did. It's what I did not do. I did not sleep.
Why?
Okay.
It is a
I'll tell-
rematch. It is a rematch. My fault.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, because I felt like Shogun fought him a lot earlier.
OSP won by KO. I'm going with Shogun.
You think he's gonna get it back?
Yep.
Nope.
I don't know.
Ovez by just being big, and Shogun being old.
That's the thing. Shogun's really not that old, is he?
No.
I think he's just worn the fuck out.
You know, he's not old. He got city miles.
Yeah, this is a rematch from 2014.
We
So you're
always
right.
talk about that. City Miles.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he is
Yeah.
kind of old. He's 40.
Oh, is he 40?
He's 40.
Damn. I've just always known Shogun as the young guy with all the miles, so I guess that shit carried on too long.
He's not Aldo. Aldo's the young guy with all the miles.
He used to be, though, because, like,
Well, yeah. What? How old is Aldo? Like 36? 35?
yeah, Aldo should be in his fucking prime, but
He was in his prime like a long time ago because he was fighting a long time ago. All right, but
it was
either
like,
way,
he should be.
let's move on to, in my opinion, one of the best fights of the night. Michael Chandler against B-boy Tony Ferguson.
El Kukui.
Boogie Man.
Yeah, the Boogie Man.
So does Tony Ferguson turn the beat back, or is this over? Is this R.I.P. Tony?
Oh, actually, hold on, wait, time out. Little Eddie Bravo wanted me to tell you he's gonna bet you push-ups that Tony Ferguson wins.
Deal.
Who, me or Brian?
Brian,
Deal.
I don't know how many he's wagering, but Little Eddie Bravo said, "Tell your boy, I got Tony, blah blah blah." So I told you, on air.
Tell him whatever you want to do. Just make it easy on himself, cause you know, I think Tony used to be awesome. I hope he turns the beat back and come back and do some magical shit. But I'm going with Chandler in this one, dog.
This is the biggest
How to call this one?
the biggest odds of the night for the main card. Plus 310 against minus 410.
Yep. Crazy, right?
This is going to be very telling, too, because, like,
I'd bet
if
on
Tony
Ferguson
actually
this
does... Yeah. If Tony pulls this shit out, though, this is, like, a career rejuvenator for him.
Turn the beat.
But
He's on the skid.
can
right
he
now.
do it? He just hasn't looked the same in a long time.
I mean, where is Dariush? What happened to him? I know he got
Dariush?
hurt, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to fight somebody, but he got hurt.
Islam.
Yes.
The replacement for that fight was Islam. Wait, he's supposed to fight Islam, right?
He's gonna fight
He
Islam
was.
again.
Oh, well, easy.
Remember, Islam didn't take the RDA fight, so
Right.
Dana was like, "Now, player, you getting booked with Islam or Dariush again?"
Running back.
Yep.
I like it.
Who
Colin
you
Sparks.
got, though, Mo? On the Chandler versus Ferguson, though.
Yeah, I'm going with Tony, man. I got to. I can't. I just don't want to see him go out like this, man. Like, yo, you went on this long, what was it, 11, 12 fight win streak. Trip over a cord. We don't get to see the fight that we all wanted to see. And now you just taking L's left and right.
Right.
I got nothing against Chandler, though. I like Chandler. Chandler's a good fighter.
It's hard out here.
I just feel like Tony got some out of the box skill set that, and he's tough. He took enough time off. I feel his brain and everything should be back to normal from taking all the damage that he took, because he was taking fights, I feel, too soon after the Gaethje fight. Because didn't he fight Oliveira like immediately, like after, like a few months later? That should have been like 6 months or longer for him to like rest.
Yeah, especially after doing like the weight cut and then going into the fight for Gaethje.
Cuts, yeah.
Yeah, the 2 weight cuts for the fight for Gaethje.
Now hear me out. I think it was like 2020, right? 2020 May, Jacksonville. No attendance because of COVID. Tony
For the Gaethje one, yeah.
Tony took some damage. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I saw it.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the year, November, December, he went against Oliveira after that, and his arm it's gone. Like, it got shipped off to wherever, Brazil, whatever favela Charlie Olive lives in. And then his whole hips and butt got taken out from them takedowns by Dariush. So now I feel like he's put back together and he's ready. I'm pretty sure he's like doing some head spins, probably working on his flares and stuff on the side while he's training. So we might see this guy do like some footwork to a crazy scissor leg takedown on Chandler. I'm just joking. It ain't gonna happen. He's healed.
I mean, the thing that's holding me back for it is he just hasn't been the same, and him being 38 now, I don't know.
Yeah, I can attest you don't heal as fast as you used to.
Yeah, like him being 38 now, I don't know if he can pull off. And I am the hugest Tony Ferguson fan. That's my boy. I have a hard time saying this about him, but Chandler might get this one. I want Ferguson to win.
I'll go with Tony.
Hands down.
I have to.
But I think Chandler's going to.
What about
And Chandler needs this too, though.
What's up?
So Chandler needs this win too.
Okay.
Because, I mean, what's his record right now? He's on a losing streak too, right?
We lost Mo. Where's Mo?
He's a breakdancing turtle right now, currently.
Wait, you Mo?
I mean, he's on a 2-fight losing streak, but he's still 1-2 in the UFC. So if he loses to Tony Ferguson, people are gonna really doubt his skill.
What happened to Mosey?
I don't know. We lost his video, and we don't hear him. We having all kinds of technical difficulties right now. I got my job calling me. We got your microphone issues that we were having earlier.
Dude, this is rough.
Now he's having some technical difficulties.
I'm really passing out as we speak.
I see this.
This is very bad. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go lay down.
Probably
I can't
should.
even stay awake. It's probably for the best.
What happened?
Ashy
You fall asleep.
But I'm passing out. I'm going in and out of consciousness. I feel like Drake right now.
All right,
It's bad.
take yourself to bed. Me and Mark will carry on
Ashy
the
Knuckle
show.
fam.
We will carry on.
Cheers,
my
my
brother.
brother.
Before I go.
Brian
Cheers.
got bopped.
I'm taking Carla.
Bopped.
I'm taking Carla.
Got bopped.
Carla.
Esparza.
Carla. Yes. I'm taking Carla. And New. Charlie Oliveira. And Still. And on that note. Plus, let's get
Good
it.
night. Zip up the sleeping bag.
Zip
up
out
the
some.
sleeping bag. Well, folks, it's just me and my brother now.
Yes.
Literally, my other brother didn't sleep in a long time, but okay. So where were we? Chandler and Ferguson.
Yeah, we were finishing up Chandler and Ferguson.
All right. So yeah, I want Tony to definitely catch the dub, but I mean they both coming off like some losses.
Right. That's what I was trying to talk to Brian about before he fell asleep on me.
Like, did he fall asleep on camera?
Oh yeah, he's been in and out. Like
Oh,
he fucked up right now.
yeah, I could tell. But
Yeah,
okay,
he tired as hell.
either way, I like Chandler to lose. No, I like Chandler. He's a good dude. Like, hey, coming into the UFC, he sparked. I was gonna call him T.J. Hooker. Is that even a fighter? No, right? Dan Hooker. He sparked him real quick. Got a title opportunity. That's great for a Bellator guy, right?
Right.
And from there, it's not like he's lackluster. He puts on a show. Like he's a good fighter. It's just, in my opinion, I hate to say it, he came from the B leagues.
Right. And let's be honest though, like most of the people that actually came over from Bellator, with the exception of like one who failed miserably, and I was so disappointed about it. They've done well. The few. There's only been a few that's came over from Bellator, but the ones that came over, they did well. Like you got Volkov. He's done well for himself. You got Eddie Alvarez became champ.
He's probably the best example. Because him and Chandler had some wars.
Oh, yeah. Him and Chandler were fucking killers. And to be honest, if we got Chandler a little earlier... Actually, Chandler right now is a fucking killer. Even his losses, he was a fucking dog. Like...
Who did, what's the name? It wasn't Will Smith. Will Brooks?
Will Brooks is the one I was sad about. Because I thought he was going to be a fucking killer.
Did he beat Chandler or Eddie Alvarez back in the day? You remember
He
won
beat
the title off of one of them?
Chandler.
Okay.
Because Eddie Alvarez was already in the UFC.
Okay. Yeah, he had a lot of potential.
I think that's right.
That was what, like,
I think that's right.
7-8 years ago or something. He failed.
I had all the fucking hype for him. Because, I mean, after seeing the wars between Eddie Alvarez and Michael Chandler, and then seeing Eddie Alvarez actually compete at a high level in the UFC,
Yep.
and seeing that Will Brooks was coming over after defeating Chandler, I was like, oh my god, this guy's gonna fucking take over. And yeah, wasn't he like, what, 4 and out?
I think
He got one
like
win.
one decision win or something.
Yeah, he was like 1 and 3 and then out.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this next fight.
And you haven't heard
rematch,
shit about him since.
the rematch of this next one, though.
I love it.
What do you think? Their division is there a lot of movement in their division?
Is there a lot of movement? Like, do you think it's gonna change hands for title wise?
No. I'm like curious. Like, who's okay? Yeah, there is contender.
Ah.
Hey, Mackenzie Dern got ranked up to 4. Wow.
The strawweight division is the best female division. Period.
Yeah.
There's no argument on it. Like
Yeah.
it's the most stacked. It's the most competitive. And is the most entertaining to watch. I love Shevchenko, but her competition is not on her level, so it's just meh.
Hey, what division was Andrade fighting in just recently? Was it 135 again?
I think she fought her last fight.
Yeah, the one where she got the standing choke on the girl.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that fight.
I didn't see it either.
I was a couple fight cards behind.
Same.
be honest.
Well, whatever division she's fighting in, she's gonna be a problem. She's always
Well,
there.
she also said that she will fight any division. She will fight 125, 115, or 135. She don't care.
That's good.
She said she'll fight at one. She made a joke about it because she said she'll fight at 145 because it's nothing but fighting a 120 or a 35er anyways.
So with this fight with Rose and Carla, the rematch of the Ultimate Fighter finale many, 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 many years ago, for the strawweight title, actually,
Yes.
I'm going with Rose, bro. Like, I feel like she evolved way more. That's how I feel.
I agree. Carla is still a beast.
She's still good. Still good.
And I think she did shore up. I think she shored up some of her problems. Like, she could not. I think if you had Carla versus Joanna again, it'd be a completely different fight.
Yeah, Carla might get her this time. I think she'll
Carla
be able to
might
get
actually
her
get
takedowns this time.
Right. That's how I feel too. And I think she's tougher. Like, now she's been in those wars, so she knows where to be or how to react to it. Before, she was just so overwhelmed, she didn't know what the fuck to do. The only thing I question in this fight, and I think it's going to be the deciding factor, is Rose's mental toughness. Is she going to let the loss that she had at Carla's hands before, that dominant loss that she got, get in her way? Normally, I would say it's been so long, it's not a big deal. She's a much better fighter now. But if anything, the one thing Rose has shown, the only weakness I've ever seen her show is her mental weakness. So, I don't know. I'm still going with Rose. I think she can pull it off. I think she's going to try to make a statement with this fight, to be honest. But I'm not going to discount Carla at all in this one. And I'm not a huge fan of Carla.
Decision. Finish.
Decision. I don't know. Rose could get a submission.
I don't know. I don't know.
But I say,
The way
I think it's gonna be a
Carla winning
decision.
is decision. With Rose, I don't know.
I see Carla winning by submission.
Really?
I think she could get it done by submission.
I don't know. I just feel like Rose got so much better. Like, you know?
I think she's better, but I also think that the only thing that got better on her is her striking.
That's definitely the thing that got a lot better. But I just don't know.
Her submission game was already good, but I also see that Carla's stronger than she used to be. I think Carla can out wrestle her and strong arm her is basically what I'm thinking. So there's a possibility for a rear naked, and there's also a possibility for like a Kimura or a key lock.
How crazy would this be? Carla wins, and then when Wei Li and Joanna fight, Joanna wins, and we get a rematch of that one. Crazy, right? Before the year's over.
Not gonna lie, that would be ideal. I wouldn't even mind watching Wei Li versus Carla.
That's an interesting matchup, actually.
That is an interesting matchup. I like that.
Oh yeah, let's go into this main event for the lightweight title for the men's division.
Yes, sir. We all know how this should play out.
I mean, on paper, we already know what Gaethje's trying to do.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that.
And Charles over here talking about like, I'm gonna knock him out. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Normally I would laugh at that, but Charles has gotten some weird KOs.
Hey man, he defended his belt. That's all I got.
He defended his belt. He's got some weird KOs in his career, and he's hurt some people I didn't think he could hurt. So wouldn't be super surprised if he. Well, I would be surprised because Gaethje's got a fucking chin.
Yes.
So if Oliveira could knock him out, then I'm just. I don't know what the fuck to do in that situation, to be honest. I guess it would be the same as if Gaethje got a triangle choke on him.
Yo, if Gaethje wins by submission, man, oh my goodness, what just happened? I just don't know, man. It's like I feel Trevor Whitman's gonna come in here with like the best game plan possible, and Gaethje's gonna follow it.
That's the thing, though. Is he gonna follow it? He has been, but the only times that Gaethje has followed the game plan to the T is when there was no crowd. Do you think he will play into the crowd and just start slugging?
So you're saying he's only did it once?
Yes. What? I mean, can you think of another time?
He dismantled him too with that no crowd.
That no crowd Gaethje was a fucking killer.
My goodness. So there's a small crowd when he fought Habib, right?
It was a small crowd, just the richest of the rich in Dubai.
Just enough to cheer?
Yeah.
To mess his head up?
Well, actually, he did pretty well in that fight following the game plan too, but it was Habib.
Yeah, exactly.
It was Habib.
Where's this at? Phoenix? Oh, my goodness. Oh, they're going to be off the chain in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's legal over there, so yeah, they're going to be off the chain. My goodness. Ooh.
It's going to be a good one, though. I'm actually going to pick Olives on this one, though.
That's what I'm going with, too.
I'm all about the Whitman camp, but Olives has inspired me, and I have confidence in him in this fight. I've doubted him too many times and gotten the wrong end of that.
Yeah, I did it twice. Actually, 3 times.
Hey, if you went by my picks, he would never be champ. So I apologize, Olives. I apologize for calling you Olives, but I can't help it. But hey, man, I'm going with you this time. I'm riding with you this time.
With him, the main thing that always got me was like when he was fighting at featherweight. He lost to people he shouldn't have lost to at featherweight.
Yeah.
Mainly like Anthony Pettis. I hate to say it. I like Pettis, but he should never have lost to Pettis. Yeah, I mean, he got bopped by Max, but he was part of the resume. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
And he beat a lot of people at featherweight. I mean, Ricardo Lamas, you don't get subbed by him, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't get subbed by him.
Right.
And then he went on, like I'm looking at his thing. He subbed Will Brooks. But then he fought Jesus, the Irish Dragon. I mean, dude, he's tough. I mean,
yeah. Felder's not an easy out for anyone.
Paul Felder, I don't know what it was with him, man. Like, if he would have went to a different camp, I don't know. He might have been champ. You never know, because he's tough. And he could do a lot of stuff.
I honestly think the only thing that held him back, and this is my honest opinion, was commentating.
You think he liked it too much?
I think he found out that he was great at commentating. He was probably making more money commentating than he was fighting. And so the focus was more on commentating than it was his actual fights. So he was more fighting just because he loved to fight than anything else. Because this motherfucker's tough. Remember when he had a fucking collapsed lung and he still went a couple more rounds?
That was against who? Barboza?
I think that was against Barboza.
The second one or the first one?
Second.
He won that one too.
Mm-hmm. With a collapsed lung.
All right, I'm just looking over Oliveira's little record he got right now.
Resume.
Yeah, dude.
He
If
didn't
Tony
really lose to
Ferguson,
scrubs.
if Tony Ferguson would have tapped, you know how many fights in a row he would have a finish in?
That's true. And he should. Tony Ferguson should have tapped.
Like
I
I
don't know
said,
how his arm survived.
his arm is in Brazil right now.
Right.
Like I don't know
He
what
coming
arm
out
he's
with the
using, but
fucking Winter Soldier arm. I don't fucking know.
it ain't his arm. It's somebody else's. Yeah, Gaethje. I mean, styles makes fights, right? So this fight, we know who's got the advantage. Supposedly, you can't really do MMA math because if that was the case, Olives wins because he beat Dustin, who beat Gaethje. Am I right? Can't
Right.
do that here. Can't do that here. Not at all. So, man, I'm going with Du Bronx, but
Yeah, I'm going with Charlie Olives too.
I wouldn't put no money on this one. This is not one of those bets that I could do.
Hell no. In all honesty, it's like normally you would be like, hey, if this stays standing, you want to give it all to Gaethje. But you would have said the same thing for Poirier. Well, he was holding his own against Poirier.
Yeah.
If it goes down to the ground, which the only person that's ever done that to Gaethje in a successful sense was Habib. But not saying that Olives can't. Then obviously Olives has the prowess for it.
Yeah, I feel Charles got the ground game by like miles.
Right. So, in my head, this is Olive's fight to win. But Gaethje is never counted out, and he can just come in and fucking starch him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You can't ever count him out.
He's got that what do they call it? The X factor. He's got that X factor.
Right.
But also Charles would I'm pretty sure he could get something slick in real quick. He could get a slick choke real quick. Like if he even stuns him a little bit and Gaethje stumbles back to his butt or something, falls on his back, it could be over. He could just sink something in really fast.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I see Olives winning.
To me, it's like the stand-up might be the same, but the power goes to Gaethje. But the striking itself, like in a whole, I'm not too sure. Because Charles, he's been in the game for a while, and he stands up with whoever. So, it's there. Gaethje has great takedown defense, though. So, I don't think he's going to shoot in and chain wrestle his way down. I think Gaethje will do enough to defend that because it's not Habib. Habib,
right.
Habib, once he gets a hold of you, you're going to the ground. Unless you're Conor.
My prediction. Yeah. My prediction is Gaethje's going to win the stand-up. Gaethje's going to mostly win the stand-up, but Olives is going to pull out some random-ass elbow or sneaky-ass hook that's going to stumble Gaethje, and that's going to get him his full takedown. That's how Olives is going to get it to the ground and get the choke in my head. But I see him getting pieced up before that by Gaethje. If Gaethje comes in with no crowd Gaethje, if no crowd Gaethje comes in there and fights a technical battle against Olives has no chance. In my head.
So
no crowd Gaethje shows up, Olives is done.
That's how we're gonna call him now.
Yes.
You know how we got WEC Aldo, C-level Kane, no crowd Gaethje.
No crowd Gaethje. Mm-hmm.
We gotta have another one. Isn't there another one? There's gotta be another one.
For Gaethje?
No. I'm saying in general. Sea Level Kane, WC Aldo. There's gotta be another one. Isn't there another one? There's a couple of them, right?
Blonde Brunson.
Oh, well, yeah.
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 Well,
Blonde Brunson did lose to Cannoneer.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I think we all pretty much are going with the same picks, right? Except for Brian's going Cookie Monster, right?
Yeah, Brian's going Cookie Monster, which isn't a terrible choice.
No, it's not. Not at all.
That one's actually surprising for me.
You want to talk about these leaks?
Yeah, let's get to it.
You know what I'm talking about?
There's a lot of rumors and leaks and
I got to look at it
interesting
again.
stuff going around. Oh yeah, I'm pulling it up now on my phone.
Because those leaks was very spicy.
That is spicy.
All right, let's talk about the one closest to us, the one that's actually almost filled out.
The one that they started announcing right after these leaks came out.
Like, we know about the Adesanya and Cannoneer fight. We know about the Strickland and I'm not sure how to say his name, Pereira.
Yeah, Alex Pereira.
Did I roll my R's good enough?
I think you did all right.
I'm gonna get fired by the Spanish community. You're gonna be like, "You're not Spanish no more. Go away." And Munoz and O'Malley fight, right? Misha Tate and Lauren Murphy wasn't that like something before is rumored? Or
I don't think that was rumored.
No?
That one's interesting to me though because that means Misha Tate is dropping to either Misha Tate's dropping to 125, which I think is a good move for her.
I thought that's what she was doing. No,
Is she? I didn't pay attention enough.
I thought it was after the last fight with Vieira, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
She decided to move down.
Well, that's a good fight for her then. I think Lauren Murphy's a good matchup for her
And then the other one
at 125, and that puts her in the top 3 right off the bat if she wins that.
of course. And the co-main event of this July 2nd pay-per-view. Is it still International Fight Week? That week?
I always consider the July cards International Fight Week.
They pushed it back last year though to like August or September. I mean, we were in pandemic mode, so can't really
So I don't know what they're gonna do about it this year either though. Do they have a place where that one's at yet?
Las Vegas.
Then it makes sense to be International Fight Week then.
Well, it's Chimaev against Nate Diaz for the co-main event, if this leak is accurate.
Yes.
That fight, ooh man, because Nate Diaz is definitely the dude to stop a hype train, whether he wins or loses. Literally.
Right. He just steals the hype anyways.
Like,
Doesn't even matter.
If this fight's 3 rounds, all right, he might win it in the eyes of everybody in the last 25 seconds, you know?
That's all he needs.
All he needs is
10
one
seconds
solid
of
hit
success.
and a point and a laugh, and he wins. I think it's a great fight to build off Chimaev if he wins. Like, okay, I beat Nate Diaz. Honestly, his close fight with Gilbert Burns, that should be enough. I figured him against Kobe would have been great, but the whole, I think, legal issues and everything going on with Kobe is what's gonna like stop that. And I'm pretty sure Chimaev says, I don't care about him, I want to fight, get me in there, blah blah blah. Makes sense, right? Then you got Nate Diaz over here asking for a fight forever. And now what can he say? Am I right?
Right.
He can't really say
So
much.
I think this is the perfect fight for the UFC.
Yep.
Because it's gonna build Chimaev, period. Because let's be honest, after seeing Chimaev work Gilbert Burns the way that he did, he is the favorite to win that fight. He should be at least. But, you know, it'll get rid of Nate Diaz's one fight. It'll teach Nate Diaz a lesson because they're going to send him out on one of the hardest fights he could have booked.
Yep.
And, yeah, everyone wins. Chimaev's going to get a good payday. Nate Diaz is going to get a good payday. Nate Diaz can go to boxing or whatever he's planning on doing, go hang out with Jake Paul, whatever. And then Chimaev can move on. I don't think Kobe Covington is as big of a fight for Chimaev as Nate Diaz. I think Nate Diaz has a bigger name, so therefore more money. Kobe, I don't think is ready to fight, nor does he want that fight.
Yeah. I don't know what Kobe's going to do, honestly. He might fight Gilbert Burns instead. You know?
I don't hate that either. I'd like to see Gilbert Burns knock him out.
Or he might fight Bully B. You never know. That's a very intriguing matchup to me.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, I don't know who I'd pick in that one, to be honest.
Because they're kind of similar, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
They are. I would say, overall, I would pick Kobe Covington in that fight. Overall. Skill-wise.
All right, but the other fight on there, we know about the Strickland against Pereira fight.
Mm-mm.
That puts them both on track if Alex wins and Israel wins. That sets up some glorified story, enough marketing for them to make this a new person coming up in the division for Izzy. It's like perfect for him. It's like this July 2nd card is perfect for him.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
That
You think Strickland style like falls into like the perfect storm for Pereira? You get what I'm saying?
falls into his countering.
Yeah. Cause he's a volume guy.
He's a volume and forward pressure guy, so that. I also feel like Strickland's more of a smothering type guy, which goes against the counter.
Bro, that dude's left hook is nasty. That's
Right.
all I gotta say. Ask Izzy about it. It's my dog.
I'm still not fully sold on him though. I think like this is too big of a jump for him, but it's a good matchup.
I think it's a good matchup, but I don't think it's too much of a jump because I feel like a wrestler, like if he fights Rob, Vittori, he's going down.
I agree. Like this is the best setup they can do for Alex Pereira to get that Izzy versus Alex fight. I'm just saying, out of Alex Pereira's previous fights, he doesn't impress me enough to think that he should be this high up on the card. That's all.
Same.
Yeah. But if you're gonna have a perfect storm, this is the perfect storm for him. It's a hit or bust for him. They're either gonna get their Izzy fight or they're not. And Strickland's gonna get the winner of whoever of Izzy and Cannoneer.
Well, looking at the other leaks, I don't know. It is what it is with all the other leaks. You get the London or the UK card, the next one. The only one that really stands out to me is supposedly the July 30th with John Jones and Stipe.
I don't think that's gonna happen on July 30th.
I don't think it is either, just because of what Stipe said and
Yeah.
John Jones said. But you never know. It could be that they're throwing out smoke. You never know.
I personally, because I follow Stipe and everything, I don't think he's really been training.
Looks
be
like he's
honest.
chilling.
He's just been chilling, hanging out with his family, streaming online, doing his firefighter thing. And I think that he knows that's a big fight for him, so I don't think he will be ready until September. So I think July 30th is a little too soon.
I agree.
Other than that, Ankalaev versus Smith, that's a good fight.
That's
That
good.
one was out there rumored. And then the other one that was Sean O'Malley versus Pedro Munoz.
If it happens,
That
it
one's been
happens.
officially. No, that one's been officially
it's happening?
announced. That's happening. I was quite surprised. I was like, look at him taking ranked fights.
Oh, he is ranked now. But we'll see what happens with him. I gotta see it to believe it.
No, I'm hoping for Munoz to just annihilate him. Personally.
You ready to call it?
Yeah, we can call it on that.
All right, on that note, zip it up.
Zip it up and zip it out.